Hello, my name is Westy, and this is Mixed Palette Yoga Studio. And that's my wonderful studio cat over in the corner. His name is Isis, and he loves the heat of the radiator. Today we are going to do chair yoga, and it's one of my favorite things to do lately. It takes the pressure off of knees and off of wrists, and it just makes yoga a little more unique and a little more accessible to the masses, which is my goal. Ready to get started? Okay, here we go. Okay, to get started, nothing fancy needed, just an ordinary, maybe a folding chair, a chair that does not have arms, and a chair that you can lift easily and move around, because we'll be using the front and the back of it. You do not have to have a yoga mat. I like having one so my chair doesn't slip, but again, nothing fancy. And also, I always have a blanket or a towel around when I'm going to do something where I need a little padding under my bum or my knees. And that's all you need. Let's get started. So just come to a seated position right here, not leaning back in your chair. I want you to sit up nice and tall and plant your feet firmly on the ground. Feel that rug or that floor beneath your feet, and hands just on your knees, and relax. If it is okay with you, go ahead and close your eyes, and that just helps take away all the stuff that's in our periphery, our surroundings, and sometimes our surroundings are distracting. And let's just come into our breath right now. Observe how we just keep on going, and we inhale, we exhale. But if we get conscious about it, we can slow it down a little bit. We can begin to breathe through our nose. We can begin to make our inhales and our exhales a little longer, a little deeper. Oh, and as we sit here and just observe our breath, we can also just observe, how are we feeling today? What are we bringing to the mat? And what's in our head today? And you know, we can look at all of this without judgment, because here on the mat, we are what we are. We're living in the present moment. And we're not going to worry about yesterday, and we're not going to worry about tomorrow. We're just thinking about right here. And as we sit here just breathing, let's start to rotate our head on our neck in a clockwise manner, slowly. You can blink your eyes open now if you like. Sort of thinking about drawing every number on the clock here. Just rotate your head around. And then when you've gone one direction, go ahead and go the other direction. So we begin our yoga sequence by just moving everything in every direction to get it warmed up. So now bring your shoulders into the mix. Bring your shoulder blades back and down and forward and up and back and down and forward. Nice. And then with your hands right here on your knees, we're going to do some seated cat and cows. So on an inhale, I want you to throw your chest out forward and bring your gaze up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, arch your back and let your head fall heavy. Inhale, chest opens, gaze up. Exhale, arch, gaze down. 3 more of these, your own pace. To breath. You feel what you feel here. Yoga is a dance, and you make it yours. In every pose that we do, don't worry about what I look like. Worry about how you feel. And we're coming back to neutral now. And we're just gonna spread our knees a little wider. I'm scooting my butt just to the edge of the chair so I have lots of room. And we're gonna inhale, hands way up to the sky. And then exhale, you can put your hands on your knees and just crawl your way down to a deep forward bend. Put all your stuff in between your legs here. Plant your palms on the ground. Let your head come down. If you like, take a breath in and come back up just to a flat back. And then as you exhale, take it deeper down. Indulge in this deep forward fold here. And then plant your left hand right on the floor between your feet. And inhale your right hand up towards the ceiling. Just take a little twist here. Exhale that hand back down. And right hand plants. And inhale the left hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hand comes down. Inhale, and then exhale. You can climb your way right back up here. And we're just going to take some side stretches, inhaling the right hand up towards the ceiling. Find length here, this whole side of your body. And then when you exhale, take that length and tip it towards the left side. I don't really care what you're doing with your left hand. You can extend it somewhere towards the right. You can keep it on your thigh, whatever feels good. Each inhale, reach for a little more length. Each exhale, dip it in. One more inhale. One more exhale. One last inhale. And we're going to exhale on up and we're going to switch. So the left hand comes up towards the ceiling. Inhale for a whole lot of length. Picture everything in your rib cage here on the side opening up. And then take that length as you exhale to the right. Think about really opening your torso up here, shining your whole torso towards the front of the room. One more inhale. Exhale, dip in. Inhale, come on up. Nice. Now bring your knees together here, and we're actually going to draw our right knee up over our left knee. We're going to do eagle pose. So you can twist your legs up as much as you feel like today. If you're feeling super twisty, you can tuck those toes right under. And then we're going to take the left elbow underneath the right elbow and wrap our palms to touch. Now, if this is not happening with your arms, it's perfectly okay to just draw your forearms together like this. You're still going to have a beautiful stretch in your shoulders. Breathe nice and tall here. Maybe lift your elbows just a little bit. Your gaze is right here at your wrists. So you're sort of softly gazing out of focus here. And right here, don't let your core be lazy. Activate everything behind your belly button, your pelvic floor. Call it all in. Hey guys, you have to do some work now. Breathing in. And now exhale. Open those arms wide. Extend that right leg out towards the front. Hands can come to your lap here if you like, and we're just going to hold our leg out. Rotate the ankle a little bit. Give that foot some movement. Inhale. Exhale, put the foot down. Other side, left knee up and over. This time the right elbow is going to go underneath the left. Wrap your hands, palms to touch. Again, just take your forearms together if this is too much. As you breathe, raise your elbows a little bit. Bring a little smile to your face. Think about how you are grounding down through your right foot And that energy is swirling through your body, that prana, and the energy is shooting out through your fingertips. One last inhale here. Exhale. Unwrap your arms. Extend the left leg out straight. See how high you can hold it up. And if you're only an inch off the ground, that's okay. Yoga only asks that you try, right? Inhale. Exhale, foot comes down. Okay, up comes this right ankle again. We're gonna do figure 4. So keep your right foot active. Bring that ankle right on top of the knee, somewhere that's comfortable. And now breathe in nice and tall. And when I say that, I mean, imagine there's like a string like you're a marionette, and that string is just tugging on the top of your head, and it's just making you, ooh, just an inch or so taller, right? Breathe into all of that. Now as you exhale, let's take our elbows onto our shin. We're bending over this right leg as far as you can go comfortably. And remember, yoga is not about feeling pain. It's about feeling something. So if you're feeling pain, come back up. Don't go so far. If you're not feeling enough of anything, fold your chest farther over this bent leg. Hopefully you are feeling a delicious something in the outside of your right hip. Breathe into it. Where your attention goes, where your breath goes, the energy goes. One more breath in. On your exhale, come on up. And we're just gonna scoot this knee a little closer over the left knee. Put your left hand on that right knee. We're gonna take a twist here. So we're just twisting to the right. You can use the back of the chair as some nice leverage. Build your twist from the base of your spine and let it grow up your back. Make your gaze over your right shoulder the last thing that happens. And remember to go easy on yourself. It's easy to get all excited and push too hard. We really need to listen to our bodies and do just enough. Breathe into that yummy twist. One more inhale. Exhale, come back forward. Bring your right foot forward to the floor, and now left ankle comes up. Keep that left foot active. Take a big breath in. Remember your marionette string. And then take all that length and drape your torso over your left shin. I like just bringing my arms down here. This is a time you could take a mudra, a hand gesture if you like. Creates a little more intention in your swirl of energy. And this time, as you surrender forward a little bit here, you should be feeling something yummy in your left outside hip. Breathe into that. Ground down through that right foot. One last inhale. As you exhale, come on up. And we're gonna just push that knee down onto our right knee. Right hand on left knee, twist to the left. Using the back of the chair as a little bit of leverage. Building that twist from the base of your spine. Your gaze going over your left shoulder is the last part of it. One more inhale here. Exhale, come on back. Now we're gonna do a little thigh stretch. Come on and sit side saddles. Bring your knees to the left of your chair. And if you can, bring your right heel right up onto the chair, and let's give that knee just a wonderful hug here. Hug it into your chest, sitting up nice and tall. And then as we exhale, we're going to grab that right ankle with our right hand, bring the right knee towards the ground, and do a little stretch here. And I had to just do a little squiggle there. I had to get more of my right butt cheek hanging off the chair. So make your adjustments as you need them. If this is too much for you right here, go ahead and just put your right shin and foot on the ground and just let gravity do a little stretching here. Whatever part works for you. If you're holding on to your ankle, use this opportunity to push into your hand and open your right shoulder a little bit. It's kind of a seated dancer's pose. Take another inhale right here, and then exhale. We're going to switch, and we're going to sit side saddle with our knees to the right. Bring your left heel right up. Give that knee a squeeze and a hug. Take in a breath. And then as you exhale, grab your left ankle with your left hand. Make sure your bum is hanging over the edge of the seat a little bit. And then draw that left knee down towards the ground. You can be pushing into your left hand with your left foot, and you'll feel a stretch in your quad. And again, if this is too much, let go and just let that foot and shin hang out on the ground here. We all have different bodies. We all have very different architecture. What's a lot for someone is not a lot for someone else. As long as you're trying, you are doing it right. And then come on back to center. All right, we're going to come to standing now. Let's see here. So the chair has 2 levels, and you are welcome to try either the seat of the chair, if you're feeling like you can get closer to a down dog that's far down, or you can use the back of the chair. All right, whichever way you want to use it, take a few steps back from your chair. Go ahead and grab the seat or the back of the chair. Walk your feet back till you're about maybe 3 feet away, but your body will tell you. And what we're going to do is try to straighten our legs, move our hips back, and straighten our arms. And you can keep experimenting with how far back you want your feet. So this is sort of a modified down dog. Hopefully your heels are flat on the floor. Hopefully your head is down here between your biceps and you're getting a lovely shoulder stretch here. Remember to breathe. On a big inhale, take a last push. And on your exhale, shift your hips forward. Leave your hands right where they are until you are in a plank position. So our bum isn't way up in the air and we're not sagging. We're just being nice and strong in the core here, hanging out in a plank pose. Gaze is sort of neutral, somewhere at the back of the chair here. Take another breath, and then exhale, push back into that down dog. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, come to plank, and exhale, pushing back. This time, inhale your right foot up, and just stick your toes right under the chair. Turn your left foot to 45 degrees, and we're going to take warrior 1. Woo! Good thing the chair is here, right? Inhale, hands up towards the sky. Your palms can touch if that feels good to you. Otherwise, you can kind of pretend you're holding a great big ball up here. Draw your attention to your feet and make sure all your toes are pressing into the mat or the floor. Distribute your weight equally. Hips are shifting towards the front. Shoulders are relaxing. Fingers are crawling towards the sky. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands hands back down to the chair. Bring your right foot back, and let's take another stretch in down dog. Inhaling, pushing back, heels towards the floor. Exhale, here comes the left foot up towards the chair. Warrior one on the left side. Hands come up towards the ceiling, which I usually call the sky no matter where I am. Inhale, reach. Exhale, settle in. Feel the strength in your legs. Engage your thighs and your glutes here. Inhale, find a little more length in your arms. Look up if that feels good. Exhale, hands come down to the chair, foot comes back, and here we are back, downward dog. If you'd like to sneak in another plank here, go for it. If you would even like to sneak in a little push-up, you can do that. We'll meet right back here in the modified down dog. Inhale. Exhale, bring those right toes under the chair again. Turn your back foot flat. And now as you stand up, straighten that right leg. Bring your arms out like wings, one pointing north, one pointing south. Start to shift your hips back as you reach forward. And then draw your right hand right down to the chair or the back of the chair, and we're going to open up into triangle pose. See what the chair can do for you here. Often in this pose, people are so desperate to reach their toes that they end up rotating their torso towards the ground. What the chair allows us to do, if we're not that flexible, is really open our chest and our torso towards the side wall and reach our left hand as long as possible to the sky. Inhale, find some length there. Exhale, we're going to twist our torso with airplane wings so that our torso is now over our right knee. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your left hand to the chair and your right hand towards the sky. And here we are in twisted triangle. Feel how that chair can be some leverage for us. Inhale. Exhale, bring both hands to the chair. We're just going to swivel that left foot and step back. Down dog. Take a little plank, push up, vinyasa, variation, whatever feels good to you here. And now we're going to bring the left toes back under the chair. Right toes are pointing to the right side of the mat. We come on up, straighten the left leg, arms out like wings. We're starting to shift our hips back. When we can't go any farther, bring the left hand down to the chair and twist open. Right hand is headed up towards the sky. Torso is open. Hopefully both legs are straight. You do you though, right? Any little bit is going to feel good here. We inhale, finding more length in that side body. Now exhale, airplane arms, torso with a flat back over the left knee. Take an inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down on the chair, left hand goes up towards the sky, twisted triangle. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, hand comes down. One last delicious down dog stretch. Maybe one last little plank with a push-up, right? And then let's come to stand, and we're going to do a couple more things with the chair here. You notice I'm turning my chair around. I'm also going to get my blanket because we're going to come into camel pose, and I always need something under my knees because my knees are old and crunchy. And camel pose is one of those poses that's awfully awkward for those of us who aren't very flexible. And I've been trying to find ways to make it actually fun and workable. And I really love this one. So I'm actually going to scoop my toes right into the chair here. My knees are on my padded blanket. And you'll notice that the chair, there's so much room here for variation. As we go back into camel, our hands are going to be able to find somewhere to grab onto wherever our flexibility lets us go. So right now we're kneeling with our knees hips distance apart. Take a big breath in, extending crown of head towards the sky. As you exhale, push your pelvis forward, engage everything back here, glutes, thighs, and reach back and you grab the chair wherever works for you. As you breathe here, open your chest, and the movement of your chest is forward and up. Where your head goes is, all I want is for you to keep it comfortable. So if it isn't comfortable to lay your head back, go ahead and just gaze up at the corner of the ceiling. This is a very active pose. You might find, as I keep you here a few more breaths, that your back will surrender a little bit and your hands can slide down the chair a little bit. Opening those shoulders. Keep that pelvis and hips moving forward. One more inhale. Exhale, let go with your left hand, let go with your right hand, and just come on down into Hero's Pose. And if Hero's Pose isn't your bag either, have you ever tried it with a block right under your bum here? It does wonders. I don't have one near me. This is crazy. I usually have one right next to me. Try a block under there. Take one breath here. And then we're going to turn around and we're going to do a child's pose with a chair. And I'm turning the chair around so that the seat faces me. I've still got my blanket here for my knees. And we're going to take our elbows and we're going to put them right here on the front of the chair. Bring your hands to prayer. And you're going to have to just move around, do a little experimenting. Your bum goes back towards your heels. Your knees can be spread as wide as the mat or closer together. And what we want to do is end up with our head coming down between our biceps and our palms are behind our head. This is a lovely triceps stretch. And oh, I don't know what else to call it. It just feels good. Inhaling, exhaling. We won't stay here long. I understand that my version of what feels good might not be everybody else's, right? On your next exhale, just come on up and swing around to seated. And we're going to do dragonfly with a chair. Now, you'll notice I'm going to stay seated right on my little folded up blankie here because I have found that I have a pelvis that tilts back and it helps a lot in seated positions on the floor to sit on a blanket. So try that if you haven't. Draw your legs as comfortably wide as works for you. And we're going to put the chair right here in front of us to use as a prop as we lean forward. So first, check your toesies, make sure they're headed towards the ceiling. Take a great big breath in for length, and then with a straight back, just bending from the hips, crawl forward and use the chair to do, you could put your forehead on it here. You could use it to get some extension. Keep breathing, paying attention to the backs of your legs. Where are you feeling the stretch? Hamstrings, inner thighs. If you've got really tight hamstrings, it helps to engage your thighs because hamstrings and quadriceps work as a team. And they help each other out. So engaging your thighs will help your hamstrings stretch. When you're ready, push your way on up, and we're going to take it to the side now. So draw your right heel somewhere near your groin and pick that chair up and put it right over your left leg. Put your left arm maybe on the seat, maybe on the rung underneath, depending on your level of flexibility. We're going to use the chair as kind of a leverage in a side stretch here. Inhaling the right arm up, out to the side, and then over our ear. Picture both your hands parallel to each other as if you were holding a beach ball out over your left leg. Now I'm not very flexible, so it really helps to be able to grab the back of the chair and pull a little bit. Ideally, you're looking out from under your right armpit. If there's a knee, like your right knee saying, hey, I don't like this, then go ahead and you can take that leg back out again, or put something underneath it to hold it up. Honor all those parts of your body that might be speaking to you here. And on your next exhale, come on up slowly. And we're just going to switch. I'll move this so you can see what I'm doing. My right leg is going under the chair. My left heel is coming up into my groin. Right arm parallel to right leg. Inhale, left arm out to the side, up and over. And like I said, I really like grabbing the back of the chair here to get a little pull. Peeking under your left armpit. Feel the stretch all along the left side of your body. Use the chair as support. And remember, it really doesn't matter how you look here. It matters how you feel. However you're doing this, if you're feeling something delicious, you are doing it absolutely right. On your next exhale, go ahead and let go of the chair and come on up. We're going to do one last thing with the chair here. A little supported Shavasana. So it's going to be partly shoulder opener. So if you have a blanket or a towel, make a little roll out of it and put it here where your shoulder blades are going to be. Remember to have something for your head. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to put our shins right up on the chair. Lean back and put our shoulder blades right over that roll. And then support your head with whatever height pillow or block feels good for you. So spread your arms wide like wings, and your arms should be off of that roll that's under your shoulders. Feel free to close your eyes here and just enjoy a little bit of inversion, a little bit of chest opener, and a little bit of rest. Let your breath flow naturally. Maybe you can draw your awareness to where you're coming into contact with the ground, with the mat, with the rug, wherever you're at. The sensations there. And bring your thoughts to where your breath and your energy are flowing in your body right now. We just moved our bodies in all different directions, and our systems are racing around, sort of rebounding from all that movement. We have alivened and energized our bodies. Good stuff, my friends. A few more breaths right here, just melting into this position. We're sort of draped over chairs and blankets and blocks. Hopefully there's a smile on your face. And as we get ready to come out, just start to rotate your fingers and your wrists and your toes and your ankles. And then we can just draw our knees a little closer to our chest here. Roll ourselves to the right. Come right off the chair and the blanket. And just come right to a seated position. If it's not comfortable for you to sit on the floor, go ahead and crawl back into your chair. I just invite you to draw your hands to heart center. Close your eyes for one last bit. And send some positive vibes out into the world. I'm so glad that you joined me here today. I hope the rest of your day is fantastic. Go forth into that day with renewed energy and a smile on your face. Namaste.